good, yo? We back, RTTV Vlogs. And we're back with episode 1 of what you guys have been asking for. Story time with RTTV.
I've been waiting for this too.
Story time is going to be a dope series where you just kick back, vibe with us, and we just tell you stories about our lives, things we've been through, how we came up, how we met, things we plan on doing. The episode's going to keep going on forever. As long as we keep growing together, it's going to keep vibing. And sometimes, you know, we might have a little campfire. We might be in the woods for one episode. We're gonna travel with it, man. We're going to really give you some campfire story vibes here. And the first episode is how we met.
And this is how we met. How you want to kick it off?
Before we start how we met, there's a lot of information a lot of people always ask. Some people know, some people don't. With this video, you guys will officially know anytime you want to know this information. But we'll start it off. I'll start it off. My name is Rob. I'm part of RTTV. I'm 29 years old. If you want to know my zodiac sign, I'm a Sagittarius. I was born and raised in Providence, Rhode Island. Shout out to Providence, Rhode Island, the south side of Providence, Rhode Island. And my nationality, I'm Haitian. So now, not boule. Y'all already know, man.
Oh yeah, I'm Patricrt, man. Patricrt without the K, man. Straight from Rhode Island to Providence, Rhode Island. 28 years old, standing at 5'11". Yes, looking amazing right now.
Yeah, you're right. I'm 5.
Cause they be asking a lot.
You're 5'11 and a half, and I'm 5'11.
Yep. And what was the other thing? I'm Cape Verdean 100%, man. West coast of Africa. We like 10 different islands, if you guys are wondering. That's grouped up next to Africa. And what was that? Oh yeah, Cancer. Yeah.
Yo, it's your boy Wells, aka my real name is Joel.
Wow, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that's crazy.
Wells my
That's
whole
your name. I'm 29 years old. I was born in Brooklyn, moved to Rhode Island when I was 9 years old. Providence, Rhode Island, South Side, and I'm 6'2".
Yeah, we got 6 feet out here.
Yeah, y'all think we didn't have any 6-footers, huh?
And I guess my race, I'm 100% Dominican, and I'm an Aquarius.
Aqua.
What's up? It's your boy Jerry Wilkins. I was born in Brooklyn. Yeah, why not?
I thought I might go
Say
like
Jerry Wilkins.
Jerry Wilkins.
Follow him on Facebook.
Hey, listen,
Miente.
listen. Follow me on MySpace, gang.
Black Planet.
I was born in Brooklyn, New York, Flatbush. Like, yeah, I rep it, but I don't know nothing about it because I wasn't raised there. I was raised in Rhode Island. I lived in Cranston at first, and I moved to Providence. My sign is a Cancer. I am 30 years old, and
damn,
I know I'm old as fuck.
Hit him with the Kevin Hart.
I should have gave you the face. I should have gave you the face. Like,
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I am 30 years old. I'm a Cancer, and I am Liberian, Sierra Leonean, and Jamaican. I'm more Liberian than anything, which is why on my birthday you saw me wearing the African rose, because for weddings and celebrations, that's what we be swagging out in. So, yeah.
Splash.
A little fun facts, real quick. My favorite color is purple.
So you're just gonna skip my shit? So
I'm just laughing in my head.
No. So you're just gonna
Spit
skip my shit? That's how you come.
It was a joke.
Oh, all right. No.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
You
That's
see?
crazy.
I got you,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. I knew that's what
My
you
favorite
was
color
doing.
is purple. Come on.
Yeah, you was doing the shit. Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy DC, man. My real name is Evan. I'm a Pisces, man. Shout out to all the Pisces, but it's a February Pisces for all you people that rock with astrological signs and shit.
Fishy.
I know it's a little different. Like if you like a May, February, I know that. Oh, that's just different. I was born in Patricrt, Rhode Island, technically. But wow, y'all really violating fucking like that. Shout out all the beautiful ladies in Patricrt. Shout out all the homies up there too, man. I was born in Patricrt. I lived there for like 2 weeks, and then I moved to Providence, Rhode Island, and I was raised there for my whole life. And I am Cape Verdean, man. Like my boy Pat right here, man. Noski Nos.
Yes,
Noski Tamanda. Yo, I was CVSA president at URI. Little fun fact, man.
Oh, he's 5'8".
Cap. I'm 5'10" and a half. 5'10" and a half.
Yeah, he's Cape Verdean. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, guys. And we're gonna get into a lot more details, a lot more fun facts with RTTV. But if you guys know us, we have a channel, RTTV, with 1 million subscribers. Thanks to all you guys supporting us. And we'll just let you know our lanes, what we do on that channel. For me, I am the music guy on RTTV. What inspired me to get into YouTube with these guys. Hot 97, seeing Funkmaster Flex, AJ and Free Host, Big Tigger, Charlamagne the God is one of my biggest inspirations. So if you guys want to understand a little bit more of Rob, why I am the way I am, you can see some of my inspirations. And music is I have a big passion for music, love reviewing music, giving you guys dope reactions. And on RTTV Vlogs, I'm here just to give you guys just dope, original content, some music perspective, and just some of our personalities. And that's just me so far.
Yes, sir. With me, you know, I love doing fashion. You see my boy rocking one of the samples right there we got coming soon. But yeah, fashion is one of the main things I love, man. You know, inspired heavily by like Carl Kanai starter jackets growing up. Even like Feli, I'm not gonna lie, Feli was fire growing up. But now growing up, you know, I like adapted into like really loving like, you know, Virgil, Vetmonts, Celine, all those type of dope brands right there. But and also, you know, I edit as well too. Oh yeah, and I bought my ass.
I forgot basketball. Yeah. You're the worst player. I'm the best player in Argentina.
Psych. Bust all these dudes on a regular, but yeah, you know, basketball. You already see the vibes when it comes to the videos that we dropping and stuff like that. More coming soon. You're gonna see the skills even sharpening up, yo.
I'm the basketball guy.
Yeah.
It's your boy Wells, and on RTTV, I'm the anime king. So I'm responsible for handling the anime content on RTTV. What inspired me? I'm really just a grown-ass kid, and I want to remain that. So, like, what kind of gave me that feeling was anime. Like, I used to love watching even Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z. That's how I started off. Digimon, Rurouni Kenshin. Like, those kind of shows, even when I got older, kind of just made me feel like a kid. So, you know, I just love doing what I do because I love it. And eventually, you know, we got some stuff working in the background right now as we speak. You know, we plan to have our own animation shows, movies coming out in the future. So that's what I wish to see through like the lens of RTTV in the future.
Hello, my title on RTTV is Most Annoying.
No cap.
But I'm the cartoon guy, and sometimes a superhero guy, depending on the context, depending on the content, and also the Madden guy, and the football guy. But yeah, what kind of inspired me was my love for cartoons started when I was a kid. Like, I would literally sit down and just watch cartoons all day until now. Like, I still watch random cartoons, new different content, to a point where I started to like try to mimic their voices, which is kind of why I could like manipulate my voice in many different ways. And also doing a little bit directing. We're gonna have some like some cool skits for you guys, cartoon related, moving forward. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to share that with you guys.
Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy DC, man. I do the Marvel content. I do a lot of our live action content that you see, like from you to Umbrella Academy, man. There's a lot of live action shows we've done, man, that you guys have rocked with over here at RTTV, man. Yo, he thinks he's the Madden guy, but he's really trash. And yo, you guys are gonna see a lot more football content coming this year, man. This is gonna be a great football season, so keep it locked. What inspired me is, like, as a kid, man, I acted my whole life for the most part. Up until I got into high school, man, I was like really big into acting. I always knew I was gonna be somewhere in front of a camera. And it's just an honor that I get to do it with my brothers here, man, and we get to live out what we always wanted to do. So, yo.
My heart, so beautiful.
He really cried.
And now, guys, down to what do they call the middle of the book?
What the climax?
The middle of the book?
That would be the climax of my mind.
Well, this is the
The climax is like the high point of the book. That's
not the middle.
It'll typically be in the middle of the book.
Not necessarily.
A lot of times the climax is in the middle of the book, bro.
Is it really?
You're an English major. You should know that it's like, how does it actually go? It's like introduction.
So it goes the beginning.
Introduction, thesis, like something.
Thesis? What the fuck is this
What-
guy
what's-
talking
what's-
about?
You're talking about a research paper right now.
We're talking about a book. Books don't have thesis.
Yo, all right. So books have parts though.
Yes.
Do they not?
Yes.
How is a book written?
It's an introduction,
Then what
then
else?
there's the build up, then you have the climax, and you have the conclusion.
So the conclusion would be towards
The
the end.
climax is
Yes!
in the middle of the
It's not in the
book.
middle.
Well, guys,
Whatever.
as you
I
can
read
see,
a lot of books.
I never knew that the
A lot of
climax.
books.
as you can see, we've known each other for a very long time. As you could tell, and we like we said, we're from Providence, Rhode Island. A lot of us knew each other from middle school, even prior. I'll let the two people introduce who met first is Patrick and Jerry.
Me and Jerry, yeah.
Y'all could.
Yeah, we met through my brothers being cool with his sisters
Yeah.
on the block.
How old are you guys?
So it was
He was like,
I
I
was
probably
probably
was like
7?
8. Pat was like 6.
Yeah, I was 6. Yeah, you was 8. Yeah.
Fun fact. my brother, your brother actually went out with my sister.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
I didn't
thought
know that
was on,
either.
like, that time, but I didn't know for sure.
I didn't know
You
that
learned
either
new
until I was
things
in high
every
school. I was like, what? She was like, yeah. I was like, when? but yeah, I didn't know that until I was in high school. Fun fact.
Yeah,
They just
so-
met each other because they wanted to hang out. So they was like, yo, just bring your little brother in there. Bring your damn little brother, yo. Tell him I'm bringing him to the park or some shit.
Yeah, but did Patrick have his shoes on when he came over?
And then you guys go to any schools together?
Nah. You're right. Was
You
the
alright.
first thing. Yeah, exactly.
So y'all went to college together.
Yeah, went to college. Yeah, nah.
College.
I think something
But
like
like,
as like elementary,
all
middle.
levels.
Nah, we just literally knew each other every single step of the way. Like he was on the block with us playing football all the time. Like Jerry was legit. When I say Jerry was football maniac, like over there, like he was blacked out trying to tackle people. People trying to tackle him. It was kind of wild. Like he's known on the block for playing football for sure. But yeah, so we ended up actually going to school with each other in college though.
Yeah.
How old? So you guys were how old again?
I was 6. He was 8.
I was 8.
All right, so 6 and 8. All right, so next up, me and Joel.
I love this story.
We met in middle school.
Yeah.
Middle school, you're probably like 10, 11, right?
12
yeah,
or 6th
not
grade,
yet,
huh?
like 10, yeah, 6th grade. It was 6th grade. We was
Yeah,
like
it's
10,
like
11
10,
years
11.
old.
So we met each other when we were 10, 11 years old.
Yep. The first memory I have, I was cool with Robbie's like before being one of his main Spanish bros. He had another Spanish bro named Danny, so I was cool with Danny.
Shout out
So
to Danny.
yeah. So my first real memory of talking to Robbie was Robbie was one of them dudes you couldn't mess with in school.
He was a gangster.
Black Rob.
We went to a bad school though. Like,
No, we did. Yeah,
It was a hood school. Kids got like stabbed, guns. Like it was bad.
Yeah, there was like brawls outside. People were smashing their whole foot into car doors. It was crazy. It was crazy. So Robbie, after I seen him wearing a bandana all over his face.
What color was it?
It was an orange bandana, right? It was like, I forgot what the gang was called or whatever. We don't have to go to that too. It was like a middle school. It was like a middle school, yeah. Nah, it wasn't MS-13. It was like this middle school gang. I remember they all came out. It was like everybody at the lunchroom or whatever. Robbie comes out with his orange bandana, like, yeah, what up? And then whatever. Robbie gets in this fight because somebody spilled milk on his Timbs.
Oh,
And-
not the Tim.
Not the weeds.
Not the Yadas.
Ironically, the dude's name was Joel. And I remember after the fight, I came up to Robbie and I was like, yo, what happened to you? I never talked to Robbie before that in my life. I don't know why it made me go up to him. I'm like, yo, what happened? He was like, yeah, they just gave me, I think either focused or suspended. What did you
I
say?
was suspended.
You got suspended? He's like, they just suspended me. I was like, all right. That was my first memory of Robbie, bro. I don't know why I remember that so clearly.
Yo, Joel was like, yo, this nigga out here beating up Joel's. Yo, hi, man, I'm Joel. I'm the other one. What's up, man? Don't beat me up next week.
But you can call me Wells.
How long won't you be in school? All
But
right, word.
you know what's crazy then? But wasn't somebody trying to hire you to beat me up?
Yeah. So that's how Joel remembers me. I met Joel in middle school. I remember meeting Joel the second day of school because he was cool with shout out to Jovan, one of our old friends in middle school.
You're right.
And pretty much it was just like first day of school, every 6th graders, brand new school, everyone's trying to just claim territory, just trying to like make themselves known and stuff. So I pull up and stuff, and Joel is with Jovan, and Jovan just roasting people, and Joel just hyping it in the background. He just roasting people. So I walk by and he roasts me, and then I'm shook, and I'm like, yo, I just seen a Chris Rock joke like 2 days ago. So I'm like, yo, I stepped on a cigarette in your house and everyone in your family asked who turned off the heat. Yo, everyone started rolling. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a funny comeback. That's probably the best comeback I had in my life. So then Jovan off rip was like, nah, like what? Like we fighting, like we wanted to fight. And then Joel was with Jovan and I was with Danny. So it was like Jovan's black, so it's kind of.
That's the opposite.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
My black and Spanish team's better than yours.
It was something like that.
It was a bad thing. But that was like the first day nothing happened, and then Joel was on B team, A team, and I just remember Joel used to take people's girls, bro. That was a player,
Middle
bro.
school bandit.
Mr. Steal your girl early.
Joel didn't come back to school, and these dudes were heated because Joel I don't know, took a girl or something, and they just knew I always was fighting because I had anger problems, I had anger management, so that's why I was always fighting. So they came up to me and hired me to beat up Joel. They're like, yo, you know you like to fight and stuff. Yo, we'll buy you ice cream every day. That's a beat up Joel. And I just remember I'm like, Joel, nah, he's cool. I'll be here.
Yeah,
I just
man,
remember
right,
that.
city,
And then we became shout out to the speaker. But we became cool and stuff. Mad tight in middle school. We passed a test to go to Classical High School, which is our high school, which is the exam school, which led us into 9th grade, which led us into us, meeting new friends and stuff. And then Joel met a clown ass dude, bro. The clownest dude of them. Oh, now let him talk how he introduced that clown ass dude.
Yo, bitch.
He's not a clown, man.
But
He's
guys,
one of
this
my
is
best friends.
11 years old, we went to high school. This is 14 years old now.
Yeah, we're at 14, and freshman year, I met my boy DC
My nigga.
Evan. We had history class together,
Mr.
right?
Larson.
Mr. Larson. And I don't know why. It was you and some other kid. I won't say his name right now, but we clicked really, really well. Whatever.
Yep.
You guys did football, I was in football for
At the
freshman
beginning,
year,
at the beginning, yeah.
Football, yeah.
barely. One of my earliest memories with Evan was the situation. I'll let him tell it how I hooked him up with a girl. You know what I'm saying? That's a real early situation.
Yo, man, shout out to that girl, man. Are we talking about the one me and Robbie?
Yeah, no names.
Okay, I won't say her name. I won't say her
no
name,
names, no
man. My
names.
boy Joel, yo, that's a different dude right there, yo. He knew I thought Shorty was cute, man. And Joel, man, as much as he can amp a situation, he really put you on, yo. So, yo, my boy Joel put me on. And, yeah, from there, man, it started a little feud between me and Robbie. So before I met Robbie, me and Robbie really wasn't on the same page and shit, man. I'm not going to lie to you. And one of my first memories of Joel, no bullshit, though, is I bunked my first time with Joel.
Nice.
My whole entire life.
Joel's a bad influence.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I was bunking since like middle school. Yeah, I
around the
was.
world, so talk
Oh,
about
so
it could be
bunking,
different.
like,
Ditching
we had
class.
this, ditching class. Like, we had a
Cut
history
school,
class
yeah.
together, and I think it was, like, right before lunch. And, like, there was places you could eat around our school at the time. There was, like, a Burger King or something, like, mad random shit. And I just remember he was like, yo, you trying to go to Mr. Larson's class today? I'm like, what you mean? You trying to go to Mr. Larson's class today? We got an option, my nigga?
Like,
Wait a minute.
Of course I am.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. That's a thing, my nigga? He's like, yo, nigga, just come downstairs, yo. Just go out the side door, nigga. There's no fucking... Nigga, they see you, nigga, just run, nigga. They see you, just run, nigga.
There was no cameras at that time.
Nah, there was no cameras yet. So I remember they seen us. Pew! Hit the corner. Out. Went, ate. Man, I ate lunch twice that day. It was a good day, man. Shout out to my boy Joel.
And like him bunking, he ended up meeting a girl. We'll give her the name Nami. He met a girl named Nami. And Nami was one of them girls that was just very friendly girl. So the stuff she would say to Evan, she would say to me and stuff.
She looked good back
So you know what I'm saying? Man, we played football together and stuff. And I met Evan through football. And I'm always like, yo, Joe, why you always hanging out with this clown dude?
You know what's
bro?
crazy? I do remember Robbie always asking me, why you hanging out with him for?
That's hilarious.
You were supposed to go to the movie or something. I remember you were supposed to go to the movie or something. I was like, why you asking him to come or whatever?
I remember it was 300, bro.
Yeah, was
it
it?
was
That's-
300, bro.
I think it was.
Remember
I think
'cause,
it was.
I remember it was like we were split up in two groups, and Robbie was over there with these niggas, and I was over here with like 2-6, like mad random people. And I just remember it was like I knew there was tension, nigga. I was like, damn, should I even go to this shit? Niggas was like, nah, nigga, yo, we going to that shit, yo. And we just ended up going to see 300.
And, you know, me being the mature person I am, I'm like, yo, the best revenge is just, I'm just gonna get mad cool here. Yo, screw that girl. We just gonna get cool and stuff. Me and Evan, Joel was busy. And, you know, me and my boy Evan, yo, we were just out here. We were just out here mingling and stuff junior year. So we're like 15, 16. We started a group called the 10 Party Boys, which Joel pops in and out, turning up with us, you know, from 16 to 17. We turning up. We end up making music together, which was our first stink at YouTube. We put some music out. We actually posted some on RTTV, so you guys can check that out. We made music, went viral together and stuff. And then our senior year, we're just getting ready to leave and stuff. And like, yo, every time after school was over, yo, we were walking and stuff, and I'm just like, yo, it's just some kid just doing backflips like after school.
Guess who it is?
Before you get that, I just gotta say one thing. I just gotta say one. Well, I'll definitely say that too. But yo, let me explain to you the way I met Robbie and we started chilling. Like, yo, honestly, yo, Rob the realest nigga in the world. Like, I'll never forget that shit. Cause yo, Rob, most of my friends had cars. Like, a lot of our friends were the first people to have cars. Like, my boy Winford had like 3 cars before I touched one. Edwin had like 2 cars before I seen one. Robbie had a car called the Green Goblin. Well, we called it back then. He had his Toyota Camry, right? Yo, we was in science class one day, and Robbie just goes, hey, yo. I'm like, what's good? Yo, you trying to go to this party tonight? I'll pick you up. I was like, yeah, why not? I swear to God, I never needed a ride home from my mom since that day. Like, yo, Robbie just took me everywhere from that day. From that day on, it was like, I would leave school and Robbie like, you need a ride, nigga? You need a ride?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Robbie
like,
took us to go see all the colleges we
we went everywhere.
I go to 106 in Park too.
We went to 106 in Park, bro. It was awesome shit. Like, since that day, like, I would go to football practice and she'd be like, well, is Rob gonna take you home? Yeah. I'm gonna go to Garrett's or something. I'm gonna go to our boy's crib. So shout out to Rob for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, the way I met Patrick, ain't too much change since then.
Not at all, yo.
But
yeah, you got that.
Go ahead, you got it.
Nah, cause I remember like I was messing with a shorty and stuff. This is my like sophomore, junior year and stuff like that. So I'm messing with the shorty, and at this time, like, I only can mess with shorties in the morning. Like, afternoons, my mom and dad's home. So classical had like probably 18,000 places that you can mess with a shorty.
A lot of
places,
them.
I had a specific spot I used to take shorty in the morning. And then one day I hear like, oh yeah, you know this girl's messing with Evan. I'm like, who the hell is Evan and stuff like that. So like, I never heard of Evan in my life. And then I saw him. I'm like, this guy right here. But that's the first time I heard of Evan right there. And then Joel, he was wearing some foam posits. He was wearing like the Silver Pros.
Yeah.
Yo, I seen them shits on him, and I was a real deal foam posits advocate. Like, yo, those shits is cold. It still is to this day. I seen him wearing those. I'm like, yo, those shits are fire, my guy. He's like, yo, good looks.
Yeah, I remember that shit too. I was walking, it was in the staircase, and Pat was like, you know, Pat, he's been like this forever. It's like, oh my God, oh, Silver Pros, bro. Like, I'm like,
It's loud. He said, I was like, Why is he like
This
that?
is high school. How old you guys think you were?
I think I was a junior or senior.
Yeah, he was. I think he was a junior. Because
Okay.
it's like I didn't go in my freshman year in classical. Like, I was at a whole different school, and then like basically I was getting straight A's, and it was like, you got to get out of here. I was like, all right. So they transferred me to classical. So once I was there my sophomore year, I was just trying to link up with people and stuff. So I seen his
How old
kids.
were you? How old were you though?
I was 14. I was 15.
And so you probably
She was like 6. It was a year that we did. We had Miss Cooperman together.
So 15. So you got yeah, I met Pat 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
I met Pat like like walking after school and just seeing a kid somebody do backflips. So I'm like, yo, so anytime I seen Pat after that, I just would go up to him and be like, yo, do a backflip.
Deadass.
All the time and stuff. And like football was so big for us in high school and stuff. So competitive and stuff. And like there was a big Thanksgiving game against a rival school, which was Mount Pleasant. The school's always been our rival since our freshman year. And our freshman year of football, we had, I forgot what game we had, But then these rival school Mount Pleasant guys just show up. And it's just some loud dude, bro, just talking crazy, dog. Like, yo, this is how y'all practice? Nah, y'all, you ain't starting. You ain't starting. And I was like, yo, who is that? Like, why is this kid? Like, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yo, these guys are like, they really came to our territory,
talking crazy.
And I would never do that. So in my head, I'm like, yo, these guys really are like. So I'm like, yo, who is that? And it's like, yo, that's Jerry and that's Jasper. And Jerry and Jasper, and it was just like, and the thing that was funny is because all the girls from our school knew them already, so it was already one of those things where it was like the rival school. But the thing about that rival school was like they were like I don't know how, like that school was high school was very hood, but they were like smart hood, meaning like they would use more common sense and stuff. So it was. We were able to build a relationship with Jerry in that rival school, where other schools, it was you would be shooting or somebody would get stabbed. And stuff. So that's how we always appreciated Jerry's school, because they were hood, but they never brought it when they came to classical. None. They always just vibed out and showed us. So I was probably 14 years old playing football when I met Jerry.
Yeah, like I remember our school, like the hood dudes, they stayed with the hood dudes, and I chilled with a whole bunch of goofballs. In my high school, and I remember actually meeting, like, I think the first one, aside from Patrick, the first one out of all y'all that I met was Rob. And it was through, I want to say it wasn't even just through football, it was sports in general, because we used to have practice. I used to do track, and we used to practice with classical and Central, right, which was a school that's across from Classical High School, and I used to see them all the time. And I used to talk to them, chop it up, and I remember it's bad funny because Jasper didn't come. My friend Jasper, shout out to my friend R.I.P. Jasper. Jasper didn't come. Jasper didn't come to Mount till junior year, and we were best friends. And I remember we went to like a couple of classical things where things like shit like that actually happened. And one of the funniest moments that I remember was this girl threw a party, right? And I remember me and Jasper, we used to go to parties heavy, like dancing, going to parties and dancing with girls it was just religion to us. It was like, it was a sport. So we go to this party, they're playing all this dance hall, right? Then they just stop the music, right? And then all you hear is party boys. And me and Jasper's like, we know like the classical niggas. And me and Jasper are just like, yo, what the fuck? like, yo, why y'all stop the music? We're talking so much. Like, it was so crazy. Because we was like, because I'm cool with Robbie, but I'm like, nah. I'm like, yo, there are girls here. There was reggae being played. I was catching a freak. Yo, y'all got all these girls.
Hater, because I remember that night. I didn't know Jerry, though. I went to that party, whatever. I didn't know Jerry. I didn't know Jasper, nothing like that. I just remember when the music came on, I'm like, this is dope. And then this nigga screaming in the back, like, shut this shit off. I'm like, these niggas is haters, yo. This is our big break.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we felt like them niggas. Yeah, in the studio. We came with that bitch with the CD on, pressed it on, put that bitch on. Niggas gonna rock with this shit right here.
And I remember going to school, and like my other friends had come later. They didn't see that. And I'm like, yo, tell me why, nigga, Robbie and these niggas fucking stopped the music at the party to play this.
With the shit.
That shit had like 1,500 plays on YouTube early. We was in the school litty off that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That was definitely so knowing Jay through that, and then graduating, I ended up tearing my ACL, so I wasn't able to and my grades were horrible too. So I wasn't able to attend the University of Rhode Island at first, where Evan and Joel became roommates. And
my roommate.
Before that, Joel and Jerry both had to attend.
We did TD. I knew who you were, but my first memory of the first time I actually talked to Joel was like something.
And this is
you can say it, but don't say it.
I know.
You can say it, but don't say it.
Somebody did something really disrespectful to Joel, and Joel got heated, and he was about to set it on this person. Right? And I remember, because we were doing a program called Talent Development. So pretty much,
this is This is
going
senior after graduation, the summer before
yeah.
freshman year of college. So you guys are 18.
Yeah,
2010
19.
summer.
Yeah, 2010 summer.
Yeah.
This is 2010 summer, right? And like we did a program called TD, right? Which was it was like you got into the school, but then you had to do like this whole summer program to actually get into URI. And they had a 3-strike system. So you could get kicked out and people were actually failing. So I remember this dude, like he did something really disrespectful to Joel. Joel got heated, right? And mind you, I knew who he was, but I wasn't even really cool with him. And I saw him about to spaz, and I'm like, yo, Joel, chill out. Bro.
That'll be your first strike.
Yo, chill. And ever since that, I just remember having classes with Jerry. And he's like, every time, Jerry's also been the same person you see him. He used to just be like, Joel Manana. He just
I used to call you
Joel Manana. My last name is Manana. Joel Manana. Joel Manana. Every time he saw me, a few times a minute, Joel Manana.
I used to actually call you tomorrow. I used to be like,
tomorrow.
I used to be like, yo, what's good tomorrow?
Yeah, Joel, what's good tomorrow?
And that's going into the University of Rhode Island where we attended college. Evan, Jerry, and Joel. I'm not gonna say the name. They were part of an organization together, and I don't know how you two met.
That's really how I first started chilling with Jerry. Cause in that group, me and Jerry were partners in our first. I forget what the hell you call it. Like at this point, but like our initiation process or whatever. And Jerry used to walk around with that camera with the USB at the time, the Flip It.
Yeah,
I think that's what it's called.
Flip cam.
You remember how much Jerry had that everywhere he went? So like I knew Jerry through going to parties too, but like the first time I chilled with Jerry was straight through that situation. So me and Jerry started chilling because the other person in our group wasn't trying to do shit, and we actually wanted to get into that. We actually wanted to get into that organization at the time. So me and Jerry had to do a video. I can't remember what the video was about at this point, but we had to do that, and ever since, like, I just chill with my boy Jerry.
I remember the video.
Is that shit plugged in, or is that the memory card?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Is it plugged in?
Is it plugged in?
I'm pretty sure I plugged it in, though.
It might be the memory card.
Yeah, it's plugged in.
So stop it and see how much like we got left on that.
Yeah, because I'm almost done. And then because we're only gonna get to their sophomore year of college, which is me and Pat's freshman year of college.
Yep.
Me and Pat, I already knew Pat, like I said. So going into that summer, the program that University of Rhode Island has a summer program prior to being a freshman, which Jerry and Joel went to, and me and Patrick went to as well. I seen Pat. I was ready, like, yo, I already know I vibe with Pat. Yo, we gonna kick it. Me and Pat was able to get us roommates. I'm not gonna say how, but freshman year roommates. I went through hoops to make that happen.
Yo, he did.
And I remember coming up to Pat, and I'm like, yo, it's something, an idea I started a year before called Roundtable. And it's like, we're just gonna do like a radio show. We're gonna throw clothes, we're gonna throw a party and stuff. And Pat's like, what? I'm with it and stuff. So then going into our freshman year, went up to Joel. We already tried to start it prior. Joel was like, he's with it. Evan came through. Asked Evan if he was down to be part of it. And this is not RTTV. This is pre-RTTV, where we threw parties, we threw concerts, web shows, TVs, everything.
Even a website.
And there's so many, much more stories
Dope Castle
that we're going to get into in part 2 of StoryTime with RTTV. And trust me, it gets crazy.
It's crazy.
There's climaxes. There's
fights.
my God moments. It's a movie.
It's wild.
We didn't even get to how we even started RTTV because it's so much more to this story, guys. And part 2, you're going to get to know our college experience and what really built RTTV. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Any questions you guys had about us, hopefully some information that makes you guys know us better. And like we said, we're going to keep giving you dope content. Storytime with RTTV. How we met. Stay tuned for part 2, man.
Yes,
Go
sir.
by the name Robcityrt.
Patricrt, follow me.
It's your boy Wells.
The man, the myth, the maniac, Wilkinson _RT.
What's good, man? It's your boy DC. Shout out to iZone. Pick up a delivery.
Shout out to University of Rhode Island,
Straight up.
Providence, Rhode Island,
Facts,
everywhere. Yo, you're gonna learn a lot about our city, man, through this, and it's gonna be dope. You're gonna know RTTV for real.
Mm-hmm.
And that settles it at
The Round Table.